Alright, we're about to cover off a foot video explaining how to reduce pinching in your feet during horse stance, but I just want you to quickly say hi to Bert, the bush turkey, because it's not often that we see him down here at this particular spot, especially on a Monday. Looks like he's got something good to eat there, so I don't know if that's actually food, Bert. I don't know about that, mate. Oh. Alright, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. Alright, anyway, back to it. Let's get into this video. So, I had a question from Grace about feet in horse stance. The question related to feeling a sense of strain, perhaps it was pinching on the outside edge of the ankle. We're going to make this question a bit more general so that it's going to serve as an answer to that particular thing. And also we're going to make this video. Bert, can you don't peck at it. Wait, come here, Bert. Fucking, he doesn't listen. All right, so a couple things. If you've got this very open outside ankle like this, open meaning long, high inside, long outside, and then you come into some dorsiflexion like this, you can sometimes feel a little bit of a stretch or strain on the outside, okay? Now the difference between a stretch and a strain is just the degree, okay? When I say strain, I mean the stretch doesn't feel good. It feels like it's a bit too much. When I say stretch, it's just that. It's just a sensation, okay? So in these movements where we're modulating foot position and where we're playing with body position, generally you want to feel tension, stretch. You're gonna come in the video, but you don't want to feel strain. You don't want to feel pinching. You don't want to feel anything that your body intuitively tells you is not right, not nice. Okay, so discomfort in the sense of training and stimulus is good, but anything that feels sort of strainy, painful, in the long term, it's not really going to serve you to push through. We can build capacity slowly over time. So in this position, if I come forward and I'm deep into my ankle dorsiflexion, maybe I'll feel a bit of strain on the outside, maybe I'll feel some compression on the inside. There are a variety of things I might feel. And what I want you to focus on is actually being heavy through the foot, okay? So heavy through the foot doesn't mean collapsed. If I collapse, it's like I'm doing nothing. I'm completely passive. And if I dump into my ankles, or if I dump in any direction, I'm just kind of passive, then I'm likely to feel some bony or musculoskeletal funkiness. If I am in my feet, like there's a sense that I'm feeling my feet as I touch the ground, in the same way that I would feel your arm if I was to touch you or massage your arm. I'm actually kind of massaging the ground with my foot. It's that sense of being present in that part of my body. And then from there, what I can do is, instead of forcing a cue and thinking about the ankle, e.g. I'm thinking about pulling this tight, or I'm thinking about pulling this to bring my knee forward, or thinking about pulling up the outside, whatever it might be, instead of thinking in terms of pulling or ankle, I'm just going to think of being in touch with the foot. I'm going to check in and think, okay, is my weight feeling relatively centered through my foot? Am I feeling that I'm in touch with all parts of my foot? Am I listening to the sensation of the foot? And what I want you to then explore is kind of a relaxed weightiness through the foot. So if you were to like lean on someone or lean on a tree, there's a relaxed weightiness. You're leaning into them, you're letting them feel your weight, and you're even like pushing into them a bit, but you're not tensing yourself up when you lean into them, okay? Tensing yourself up would be like tensing a muscle, lifting the toes. You're kind of forcing a cue, and it's a conversation you're having with your own head that's got nothing to do with the feeling of your foot on the ground. We want to communicate foot through ground, and we want to do so in a way that feels strong, stable, spacious in the foot. And provided our focus is through the ground, we're going to feel much more effortless up the chain. Now the next thing is, if the focus is through the ground and I am feeling some pinching somewhere, what I can often do, like let's say I'm feeling pinching in the front of the ankle and my knees are coming right forward, I can just get a bit heavier through that front part of the foot. I'm not getting heavier by shifting my weight forward. I'm getting heavier just by thinking, okay, I'm gonna lean in and I'm gonna press that part of myself. I'm gonna surrender it, let it be heavy, let it really like press into the ground. And then that naturally creates some tension in the backside of my ankle, which alleviates the compression. If I was back here, instead of thinking, okay, I need to lift, he's in the shot. Come here, come on, come on. Swear to God, if I was leaning back, instead of thinking of pulling my toes up to not fall backwards, I'm going to just think of being heavier through the heel. I'm just going to get heavy, surrender through the heel. Instead of everything bunching and freaking out, pulling upwards, heavy through the heel. Now, the reason I'm mentioning this is because sometimes the pinching is twofold. So there's a loss of space in the joint. There's an overstretch of certain tissues in the joint. And there's also a sense of conscious cueing and internal body fixation rather than just like listening to the floor and listening to the feeling of the feet on the floor. So when you're listening to the feeling of the feet on the floor, it kind of stops you from overreacting into the head and thinking about, oh, I better do this, I better fiddle with inside, outside, weight forward, weight back. And you're just kind of thinking, where's the space in my feet? Where's the space in the joints? Where's the tension? Do I feel like that level of tension and space is conducive to athleticism, readiness, poise, listening, release? And if not, then I'm going to explore just like surrendering through to the floor, letting the feet be heavy so that I am kind of stretched, sprung, ready. So pressing in, like that falling into the ground, feeling through the foot. Or I'm just going to come up a bit higher, or I'm going to take my stance a bit narrower. I'm just going to actually mechanically shift where the bones are positioned in order to alleviate that joint angle or whatever it is. So some subtleties here, but I hope this will be helpful for you. What we're looking for is a listening channel through the foot. We're not looking to figure out some kind of hack or cue or particular tip or trick to fix up the feeling of tension. We're just listening through the foot. How much tension is there? How much space is there? And am I interacting with the ground, or am I interacting with my thoughts about the cues going on inside my foot? I hope this is helpful.